I was in a restaurant that was very fine, delicious food. I got the venison. I ate it. The waiter came by and he's like, "How was it?" And I said, "It was fantastic. It was delicious. That was just the flavors were incredible. Carissa loved her thing." And he said, "Yeah, we shot it from a helicopter." Sorry? Yeah, we shot it from a helicopter. You know, these deer that they have on the farms, they're sad when they butcher them. The meat tastes sad. But this one we shot from a helicopter. The last moment they have is running free, and then we kill them from the helicopter. I'm glad you liked it. Didn't eat any of that. I did ask him how he killed the dessert when he said, "Would you like it? We have creme brulee." I said, "How did you kill it? If it wasn't from a helicopter, I don't want it."
Once we were spacemen.
I tend to play weird people, usually aliens and robots and things that don't have romance.
I once didn't get a job where they were looking for a Nathan Fillion type. Once we were spacemen.
Once we were spacemen.
Alan Tudyk.
Nathan Fillion, it's good to see you. You know that you and I once were spacemen. It was a time when you and I met. We were in Los Angeles and we got on a spaceship. We flew. There were rivers. There was the Alliance. And we flew in space until Fox pulled the plug. And now we will forever be as you are once you are when you were spacemen.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Welcome back, Alan.
Thank you, Nathan.
I have an idea that I want to throw by you, and we're gonna call this part of the show Bright Ideas.
Bright Ideas. I wish I brought my sunglasses.
Nice. I like that. I have a bright idea I'd like to share with you.
Okay.
I think we're very much a texting society right now. A lot of things happen in text.
Yep.
I think often about how humor is lost in text because you don't have the inflection.
Right.
So someone can't tell when you're being sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt there should be some punctuation that indicates sarcasm.
Okay.
And there's a punctuation on our keyboards available to us that we don't use. They use it in Spanish. It's the upside down question mark. They put it before a question. So you know the upcoming sentence. I think it's a very reasonable practice. You know the upcoming sentence is going to be a question.
Right.
I think we should start using the upside down question mark to indicate sarcasm.
I think it's at least a good rap name. Like you could have that in your rap name, the upside down question mark, instead of a B, a lowercase b or something.
What would we call this?
The question mark, the upside down question mark?
Yeah, it has to have a name. The oopsie daisy. Put an oopsie. Put an oopsie in front of that so everyone knows it's sarcasm.
Well, sarcasm is kind of this is a Gen X thing. Psych. It's a way of saying, not really. It's a way of saying as if. It's the as if. It's oopsie daisy's memorable.
This is my bright idea. I think it's going to work. And I'm going to start texting you with some sarcastic comments.
Okay. I'll be the beta testing.
Yes.
Start doing it. Yeah, that's something that you learn early on whenever you are an actor or someone who does interviews. You say something sarcastic and then you see it written in print and you go, "Oh no, that sounds terrible."
That's exactly right, Alan. It sounds like you're an a-hole, but clearly the tone of the joke, like they should have written there, he said sarcastically. They could really do you a favor if they did that. Right. But now it's clickbait.
Yep. The world is clickbait, buddy. It seems like the online world, it's all about clicks. It's all about people are always trying to monetize the internet.
That gets me down, Alan. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like bad news sells, right? So
yeah.
You'll read an article and say it says something just awful. And then I'll read the article and say, that wasn't an accurate even title. that wasn't even about something bad in the article. The article was kind of straightforward and neither here nor there, but that title is horrifying if someone were to just read it. And how many people just read that thing and just keep going and go, well, I guess I learned enough.
It's human nature, buddy. I'm afraid it's human nature. Yes.
Do you have another bright idea after my upside down question mark idea? Like, is there something that could help you think, with you ever get like upset in traffic and say, oh, it'd be great is if everybody used that left lane for passing.
My bright idea. See, here's the thing with traffic. It's a great opportunity to practice acceptance. I know this is something I find, this is where I find peace in life, is by going, I don't know anything about the person in front of me. They are in front of me. Sometimes I'll make up stories about them, like they're on their way to the doctor's office where someone close to them has bad news, or it's not looking good. And maybe they're going too slow because they took the wrong pill this morning and they're actually hours from death. I don't know. Maybe that's terrible.
I like this, Alan. No, I like this. I think this is a fantastic practice because you never know what kind of day that person is having.
Yes.
And what kind of a difference does it mean to you? Oh, they cut in front of me. I'm going to be 5 seconds behind at what you originally were. Is your time so important that 5 seconds is going to throw you over the edge here? What's going on?
Yep. I will. If I give into it and I honk and yell, I get really anxious. I get like a jolt of anxiety and adrenaline, and I carry it around with me for so much longer. But if I let it go, it's not 2 blocks before I've forgotten about them.
Yeah. I also, here's the thing. I like to let people in when I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
If I let you in, give a little wave, man.
Yep.
If you don't wave, I just go, karma's a bitch. That's gonna come back at you. Also, if I let you in, don't drive like a
right
dummy. I just let you in.
You let him in. I think that's what I'm doing, Alan, when I let him in.
I've been hurt before, so
okay.
Stuff. Oh.
When I let you into my heart, you better give a wave.
My heart's so tiny and tar black. Yeah. All right, Alan. I've got another portion of the show I would like to start.
A new. Oh, good.
Yeah, this is a new portion of our show. This part of the show is called "I Wrote That."
Oh.
Yeah, this is actually my brother's idea. My brother comes up with a lot of bright ideas.
Okay.
Some of them I go, this one I think is right on the money.
Okay, I'm thinking, should it be like I wrote that, should it be the sound of a typewriter, tick, tick, tick kind of thing, and then the ding, and then, I wrote that. I wrote that.
I like that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, what was your second option?
I wrote that. More confident. Look what I wrote, sort of thing. I wrote that. But I think the other one, because it's more from a thing of, hey, I wrote that. It's that
one sounds like you're a little upset that you didn't get the credit.
Hey, I wrote that.
As I'm sure you are aware, writers are amazing. Writers are incredible. They are amazing.
They're weird.
But there are occasions that present themselves where where the writer couldn't possibly predict that on set this would be happening at this time and this person would be doing that and this prop would be here.
Right.
And then you're very good at this. There's a truth right in front of you and you access that truth in a very clever way that it's incredibly satisfying.
Right.
So is there a movie, a television program out there that I would have seen that you're in where you can point to a line and say, I wrote that. Not to say you're taking credit for the part of this is with all respect to writers who are incredible, who do a job that I cannot do. I like to say my job is more like pepper. You prepare this Thanksgiving feast, and I'm going to come in here at the end and put a little pepper on it.
Not enough pepper? What's the problem? But you don't like my cooking? But okay, fine. I get it.
If someone's going to taste that and go, is that pepper? Then you're welcome.
Yes, of course. Yes. There's a lot. I think the first thing I did when I did Patch Adams, there was a line right before me. So we're all in it. So it's Robin Williams and Michael Jeter, brilliant Michael Jeter, and Ryan. I'm sorry, Ryan, I'm not remembering your last name right offhand.
The actor Alan is thinking of is Ryan Hurst.
there's a group of us in rehab in a sort of group therapy session. And we're all riffing on, because Rob Williams' character, there's somebody who's comatose. He's got his arm up. And he says, he's got a question. And he's like, I don't think that's funny. You're making fun of a man's infirmity. And he's like, no, I mean, look at this. Hey, how high is Wilt Chamberlain? Hey. And he's doing his Rob Williams thing. And then we all start pitching in with our ones, and we're having fun in this meeting. And somebody before me says, hey, how does Hitler say hello? And we all laughed. And then it's my turn to do one. And I just repeated the thing the guy before me said. How is it that Hitler says hello? Crazy laugh. So I guess I sort of wrote it. I just repeated it. But I changed my line to what the last guy said. And it really worked. And Rob was like, yeah, keep that, which is a really good affirmation to get.
My gosh, I can only imagine.
Robin Williams going, yeah, that's funny. So I've had good. How about you? You also are very clever in things. And what are some of your early ones? Do you remember?
I don't know about early. There was, when we did Firefly.
I was in that.
The speech was very particular.
Oh, God, yeah.
And it was important to get it right. It was nearly prose. So you didn't really, there was not a lot of room for improv. There was not a lot of need.
No.
For improv.
It was almost like verse, the way that he wrote. He wrote, exactly. It was like a song. It had a certain rhythm to it. But there was a point in time that I'm very proud of in Serenity, where Joss actually gave me permission. He said, okay, and this is going to happen, and then you say something Mal would say. And we were... What? In the mule, getting away from the Reavers, and the Reavers are coming, they're getting closer and closer, and they're just about to hit us. And then you say something Mal would say. And the line I came up with that I'm still very proud of was... Faster, faster, faster would be better. Yeah, I know that line. I like that line very much. Kind of like a controlled panic. Yes. Faster, faster, faster would be better. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah. That was in Serenity. Yeah. It is in Serenity. Yeah. To this day, I'm very proud of that. Now, I know, here's the thing. Hiring Alan Tudyk is hiring for that. I don't know. You know what's wild is I would not improv because I came from the theater, and you don't improv in the theater. You don't. Not without express permission and after it failing many times over the way that they wrote it and, maybe a gentle suggestion. But like when I worked with Frank Oz, he was so good. Maybe why I like one of the reasons I like working with me. There's a thing where I'm high in this movie. I come up, I lock myself in a bathroom, and I look in the mirror, and I'm saying, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. That actually I stole from Frank Oz's Bowfinger. That's what Eddie Murphy kept saying. Keep it together, K-I-T, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, K-I-T. So I was saying, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. And he never caught on to that. And the line is, it's okay, you're fine, because I've just been told I'm on drugs. So now I know I'm on drugs. I say, I'm going to be behind. He said it's going to be 8 hours. I just have, and I look at my watch, and I say, 7 hours left. Or something like that. And then I just saw this scene. Yeah, so I scream, and then downstairs they hear me. And I'm doing it, and I had this thing. I was like, it'd be funny if I do the wrong hand. I don't know where my watch is. Yes. And I was like, no, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. That's too obvious and too cheap. And I do the scene, and Frank comes up. He's like, go again. But really, really show your chops this time. He would always tell me that, show your chops, which is such an intimidating thing to hear. That means really show us what you got. So God, so I do it again. He's like, all right, yeah, that was good. That was good. No, but really, really, really give us, do it. Walk away, we did it, and I think we did it one more time, and then he came up, he was like, we could move on, we got it, but I really, really want you just to really show your chops, Alan. And then I did the thing where I look at my thing, and I go, where's my watch? Oh, God, there it is on my other hand. And he didn't know it was in there, but he kept pushing me, damn it. And so I was like, I guess all I have left is that thing I was thinking was dumb. I'll try it. And I love that moment. I think it worked so well in that moment. It doesn't come off as cheesy. It did work well. And I love that he trusted you with that. Yeah, he was big about trust. I trust him, and he trusts me. And that was just sort of the deal. I know that scene. I love that scene. Now, after, I think, doing voiceover so much where sometimes I'll have sessions, especially, it depends on Disney. It depends on what I'm recording. It depends on the thing. But a lot of times you'll have a session that's like 4 hours long and you've got 2 hours worth of recording and the other 2 hours are improv. There's been a lot of that. It depends on how big your character is, but that's a lot of improv. So I've gotten much more used to it. And definitely in Resident Alien, I was involved in shaping more of what I said.
I think there's a danger in improving if it serves the character and it serves the story.
Yep.
It's great. But it really takes a presence of mind to know when to pull back because this actually just serves me.
Oh, yeah. I did a movie once, not going to say which one, but it lasted 2 weeks longer than I was sort of like calculated because I was frustrated and wanted to go home. And the one actor kept improving and was doing that. They would, if you don't know how to improv, don't do it because they kept doing things that served their character, not the scene. And they'd start and I'd be there in the scene going, that's not going to make the movie. We're going nowhere here. This doesn't help. And none of it made it in the movie. And it added a couple of weeks to the whole production.
Frustrating.
It's expensive.
Frustrating.
It was at the time. I was a younger man.
2 weeks, man.
Oh, yeah. But improv's fun. I will, Carissa knows this more than anybody. When we watch something that I'm in, I will go, my line. That was my line. That's my line. And I have a great joy in going to Comic-Cons when people say, could you write this one line? And I write that line. It's my line, you know.
When I did Castle, I had a lot of free reign, which was a lot of fun. It was nice. My brother would call me and say, I saw the episode. I loved when you said this. And he would always, because I think my brother and I very much share a sense of humor.
Yeah.
So all the things that tickled him were the things that I came up with in the moment.
Yeah. When you're in the moment, you don't know if it's going to work or not. You know, you're there and you're not, there's always might not be right. And it might not make the movie or whatever James Gunn put in that Gary line in Superman that we were both in, totally both in Superman. I had a much smaller role, but it's okay. It's not a competition, Nathan. But the Gary line, he says, yeah, 4. I'm like, perhaps you'll give me a real name one day. He's like, 4 is a real name. So is Gary. And I had told David I wanted to do that. So he knew what the order of it would be. He didn't know it was going to be Gary. I just said, I just want to say this thing about my name. And because he laughed after that. And I think that's out on the internet now. But, it's in James Gunn's hands to either put it in or not. He doesn't have to put that in his movie. There's plenty of takes where I don't say it. I was glad he did.
Here's what's, I think, one of the wonderful things about working with James when it comes to that is he'll throw something in with you. He's got that microphone so that although he's over there in Video Village, he's also present right there on set. So he'll say, do that, but add this to the end and make that look longer. Like he sees something that you're doing and now he's right beside you,
right,
improving along with you. That was great. Even longer. Stretch that look out so long. Yeah. He participates in a way I find very satisfying.
I was there for 2 weeks. He followed me around even back to my hotel. It was strange. I remember I was brushing my teeth and then on the God mic, you're not going to floss? I was like, all right. He's like, get the back ones, Alan. It was a little intrusive, but I appreciated it.
Shall we do Let's Get to Know You Better?
Oh, God, yes. I know you and you know me. Let's get to know you better. Let's get to know you better, Nathan. We should also have some listener questions at some point. If we could figure that out.
Oh, that's a great idea, Alan.
Submit listener questions from the mailbag type of thing.
I shouldn't act so surprised when you have a good idea.
It's a classic. It's an old classic.
We're definitely going to do that. All right. Let's get to know you better, Alan. Tell me something that I don't know about you.
I'm a killer.
Whoa.
How about that? Did you know that about me?
We suspected.
I'm a killer. Grew up in Texas.
Good taste.
Listener note. The following content is a personal story involving the hunting and death of an animal. If this content may be difficult for you, feel free to skip ahead 9 minutes and 43 seconds, or choose another episode.
I killed a deer once.
I didn't know. This is not something I would have guessed about you.
Ugh. It was the day I became a man, Nathan.
That was a rite of passage.
It was. That's how it was set up. I was in South Texas. We have some land out. We got like 200-something acres down in South Texas. And I was a kid. My grandpa took my brother and I out to the land. My sister was there too, but she was off with my dad. They were going to kill some rabbits. Also killers. I don't know what the whole killing thing is. It's not like we needed the food anyway. Whatever. It's just what you do. That's sport. So where they live, this is a real thing. Like they do need the food. So they kill for food. And so I was in a deer blind. This deer blind happened to have plywood walls. It seemed very, very unsportsmanlike, but it had plywood walls and it had a swivel chair in it. My brother was down in some oat field way down. We dropped him off and I was over here. And there's little squares cut out of the plywood box so you can see out. And there was a field in front of me. And they're like, deer will come into there to eat. Great. So I was turned with my back to that, where the deers were going to come. And I was watching the sun come up because it was pretty. And I was 16 or 15, 16. And I heard a twig snap, the classic twig snap. I turned around and there was a deer there. And it was a mama deer with two, let's just say it was a mama deer. If you want to fill in what the two was, you'll have to guess what I was going to say.
Ears.
2 ears. It had 2 ears with it. And I started to turn my chair around and it went, and it looked up at me, right at me. And I was breathing and it just went back to eating. It couldn't see me. They see these blinds are there all the time, but they don't recognize it as human because they can't see it. It's just a little box. They don't see the behind the square. So I start turning around. It looks back up. Goes back to eating. I get all the way back. I put the massive high-powered rifle, 30-06, man, come on. Clock that, come on, some bitch. I aim, pull the trigger. The safety's on. I start hyperventilating. I full on in like a panic breathing. I had to put my face into my shirt to calm down. The deer stayed. When I turn and look again, its butt is to me. Well, I'm supposed to, the only thing my grandpa told me, because I don't know anything about this, we grew up in the city. We were just there for holidays, relaxing, killing things, just relaxing. So it's got his butt to me. He said I was supposed to shoot it in the neck. And then the second I shot it, I'm supposed to take this buck knife that he handed me, run down and slit its throat. It's easy as that, man. Come on. So I look up, its butt is to me. I can't even see its neck. I aim.
Oh,
where the no, it didn't. I aim where the neck is going to be when it turns around, and I hit the blind with my hand, and it turned its head, it craned its head around to see what it was, and I shot. I must have closed my eyes because it fell right where I shot, because it had pierced its spine and gone out the front of the neck. This is a terrible story, isn't it? This is a terrible story. I'm telling a terrible story. But listen, let me try to
this is the truth that I didn't know about you. And listen, I can see the pain in your face as you tell it. You're wincing.
I was trying to watch the sunrise. I was watching the sunrise. I'm an artist. I'm like in Texas. This is like this has been a struggle in my life, like the Texas man thing. But I'm not that at all, anyway, I didn't like sports. I wasn't good. Anyway, let's just calm down a little bit. I'm going to hyperventilate again. Okay, I'm good. So I shot, and then I pick up the buck knife, and I'm climbing out of this deer blind, running over to it like, cut its throat. What the hell? I don't want to cut its throat. It's still alive, but it's paralyzed. You're laughing because you can see how awful this situation is.
I'm beside myself. I'm so sorry.
It was terrible. It was a
I'm
horror
picturing
show.
this young man just having just this confused, like my grandpa told me, I'm supposed to, what do I, like, you're not the man you are now, for certain.
I'm not. I'm done pretending. I'm just who I am. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. And I was trying to be man. And so it kicks its legs when I put the knife on its throat and it kicked its front legs and blood squirted out of the exit wound.
Jesus.
And I know. It was a horror show. horror show. We should put a parental advisory on. I don't know, just everybody. If you get queasy about this stuff, and I'm so sorry, and I love animals. Anyway, I go, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I get my gun. I went back up, got the gun, and came back to shoot it one last time to put it out of its misery, but it had already passed. And then I just put my arm around its neck and laid down on it because it was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. It was so gorgeous. And now this is a female deer. My dad had said before I went up there, my grandma said, if there's a deer, kill it. And my dad said, well, hold on, Ralph, hold on. Not if it's a female deer. I think that's illegal. And he goes, nope, it's legal out here. You can kill a female deer or a male deer. It's fine. And so I kill this. They come around about 30 minutes later. They heard the shot in the truck. My brother was really good in biology and science and loved those types of things and didn't have queasiness at all about it. He's like, you didn't slit its throat, you idiot. You're ruining the meat. So he goes in there and cuts the jugular vein, which was disgusting. And my grandpa goes, well, we're going to need to saw this thing's head off because you can't kill female deer out here.
Oh, God.
What? So I'm poaching or I'm breaking laws. So we did that out there. And then we took out all of the innards, which was the worst smell ever. And I know, hey, guys, if you're like a hunter and you're listening to me, you're like, God damn, boy, what the hell is wrong? Look, I shouldn't have been there. That smell, it smells like death. It's death, death, death. And I did skin it. When I got back to my grandma's house, we brought it there and we got back to their house and I skinned it. My grandma it was so confusing because she gave me hugs. Hug. Congratulations. You killed your first deer. You did it. And it was like, she's female. She's mother. She's my mother's mother. She represents all of that. And she's so happy I've done this thing that was so horrible. I skin it. We put it in the truck. We go to this place and I drop it off into a walk-in freezer where there's a bunch of deer carcasses. We drop it off. It's a bar. And my grandpa orders me a beer. Now, this is about 10 in the morning at this point.
How old are you again at this point?
15. And
Gotcha.
The bartender comes over. He's like, hey, does anybody talk to my brother and I? Either one of y'all, there's a Thunderbird out front there. I got that same Thunderbird. That thing's been parked here for 2 weeks with 2 flat tires. Somebody busted my driver's side window. I'll give you some money if you go out there and steal the window out of there. And my grandpa goes, I got a screwdriver you can use, and here's this. So I went out and stole the window out of that car. I pulled it out and brought it in, dropped it on that. I got paid. I got drunk. I stole. I killed. It was this whole day, and I got home at night, and right before bed, I just threw it all up. Did you know that about me, Nathan?
I can safely say I did not know this about you, Alan.
That was my coming of age story.
So after killing and drinking and stealing.
Yeah.
And getting paid for it and praised for it.
Right, yeah.
Were you a man?
I don't think so. I think I was confused. I think I was
all
confused.
All of that for naught. It missed the mark. That was a lot of cultural pressure you were under as a young man.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, I don't think your grandfather was a good influence. I think he was.
My grandpa was a very complex individual.
I imagine. Here's the screwdrivers.
Yeah. He didn't. Yeah, he drew his lines in different places than most people as far as what's crossing the line. He was a cowboy, real cowboy.
Well, Alan, despite all that, I'm going to go ahead and say you turned out great.
I'm so glad. I'm so sorry for anybody. Like, you wouldn't. Yeah.
This was thank you for sharing, Alan. This was that was an incredible truth that you just shared with us. I'm going to say thank you. There's no judgment here. You were a young man. You were 15 years old. No judgment. This is incredible. I appreciate so much that I got to know you better.
What is I just wonder about the statute limitations on some of these crimes I've just admitted to on the recording.
I'm going to look that up and take that up with our legal department promptly.
Okay, cool.
After this recording.
Cool. We got a legal department. Okay, good. Thank you. Whew. Wow. How about you? What do I not know about you, Nathan?
I collect flashlights. Okay, next part of our show.
You ever kill anything with those flashlights?
That was pretty intense and deep. I'm not going to lie. I don't have anything equitable to offer you. I was going to, I like gadgets. One of my things that I'm pretty OCD about is flashlights. I love a good flashlight. This story, I should have gone first.
Well, I'm interested. Let me just tell you that. When did this flashlight obsession start? Because I've noticed
I was a young man. I'm so glad you asked because I thought about this. I was a young man. My dad's friend, Jim Olson, had a son who was my age. They would bring us out to Lake Wabamun. And Lake Wabamun, the Olsons had a family cabin on the lake, right on the beach. It was really fun as a kid. Oh my God, it was really cool to be out there. Right down the road were the sand cliffs. You had the old general store nearby with the soda machine where you put the coins in and you open a door and you pull the one soda can out of the refrigerated sliding, the long, skinny, slidey door that had them in there. And it was paradise growing up to have that kind of access to a lake. And the kids next door had a trampoline and they lived out there. One day I was moving from the one cabin to the next. And in the tall grass between the two cabins, there was a flashlight, an old-timey metal chrome, really pretty, had a bulb in it, flashlight. And I said, hey, do we have any batteries for this? And yeah, Jim had some batteries in the kitchen junk drawer and he threw them in there. And I had a flashlight. And nighttime out at the lake, it got dark. It got real dark.
Yeah.
I had a flashlight. And from then on, the more intense and brighter and better the flashlight, the more I just really enjoyed it. I always have a flashlight. If I travel, I have like a little clip-on, little LED, little flat something, just a good little flashlight. If I were to be stuck in the wilderness with my bag I get on a plane with, I'd be okay for a while. I got stuff in there. I got a first aid kit.
Yeah.
I got like some beef jerky, snacks just in case, and a sewing kit and a flashlight.
I have probably 7 flashlights. 6 of them were gifts from you. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds about right.
The power went out not too long ago, like last week up in my neighborhood for whatever reason. And I kept finding new flashlights. I found one and then I'm like, well, where's that other one? It was supposed to be here. And oh, look at this little one. Oh yeah, Nathan gave me this. Oh, look at this one. Oh, this is one of those pinch. Oh yeah, this one. But you do have flashlights that, for those listening, these things are the kind that they go, terrorists could use these to take down a plane. That's the kind of flashlight Nathan has. He's got ones that have such brightness, so many lumens that it's like you could do a nighttime baseball game because Nathan's out there shining his flashlight.
Pretty particular. Like so many flashlights have all these, you have to cycle through low, medium, high, and then there's a strobe, and then there's an SOS. Like that's a lot of functions on a flashlight that I really don't need. I like the Cobb lights, where it's like a line of LEDs along the side of it.
One of our new sponsors, Cobb Lights. When you can't see, turn on your Cobb light, idiot.
Time for some light on the cob.
There you go.
Creamed light or light on the cob?
Fresh Cobb lights. So you like a Cobb light. Does it give a wide beam?
That's the throw. You're looking. The term you're looking for.
I need some terminology here, man. The throw.
So some lights I have like a sliding lens on it. So you pull it back real far, and you got a wide throw, and you like that's the kind of thing like you can play baseball underneath that. But if you need some distance, like you want to see the owl on that tree a mile away,
or take down the plane
to the end.
Right.
Easy.
Right.
But yeah, I collect flashlights. I do.
It's so nerdy. That is such a specific nerddom that it's bless you, sir.
That started when I was a child. I had, while you were out there
taking lives.
Bambi's mom.
I was just in New Zealand, and we were at a very nice restaurant.
And you needed a flashlight.
And I needed a flashlight. And I got a venison steak. They have deer out there. They have herds of deer it's like cattle. You'll see a field of sheep, a field of cattle, and a field of, I was like, what the hell is that? It's a deer. Oh, they're deer. They keep them in fences, and not even high fences. They don't get out because they get fed. They're happy to be livestock. Strange.
I love New Zealand.
I love New Zealand too.
If anybody has a chance to get out there, please visit New Zealand. It is wonderful. We had the lovely Gina Torres on our show here.
Yes.
And we talked about this, and I said, New Zealand kind of reminds me of Star Trek because they'll go down and they'll visit a planet. They can breathe the air. They have plants and stuff, but they all look a little different, a little off. They got animals. They're just a little different.
Yep.
Little different animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some incredible adventures in New Zealand.
Well, I was in a restaurant that was very fine, delicious food. I got the venison. I ate it. The waiter came by and he's like, how was it? And I said, it was fantastic. It was delicious. That was just the flavors were incredible. Carissa loved her thing. And he said, yeah, we shot it from a helicopter. Sorry? This is the finest dining that we had there. Yeah, we shot it from a helicopter. I said, oh. He goes, you know, these deer that they have on the farms, they're sad. When they butcher them, the meat tastes sad. But this one we shot from a helicopter. They fly in. The last moment they have is running free, and then we kill them from the helicopter. I'm glad you liked it. Didn't need any of that. I have trauma. I have childhood trauma about this.
And then he said, would you like some Parmesan cheese?
Yeah, Parmesan. Oh, right. Thank you. No Parmesan cheese, please. I did ask him how he killed the dessert when he said, would you like it? We have creme brulee. I said, how did you kill it? If it wasn't from a helicopter, I don't want it. You got.
This is one of the things I love about your stories. You bring the characters to the story. I see his face. I see how he breathes. You got the accent down.
Just a little, but yeah.
Your shoulders come back because he was a little bit more. You embody, when I get a story from you, you embody the characters in there, and your shoulders drop, and you go, I'm sorry, how did you kill it? And you're back up, and I wish I had that gift.
Dude, it'll get you talking by yourself in supermarkets like we talked about on that other podcast. So people right now are listening to us talk to one another about what we like and who we are and what we are about and what makes us up and our opinions just on random shit. That's what people are listening to right now.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it doesn't seem so
valuable.
You know, you start pulling this thread, Alan, the sweater will unravel.
I mean, yes, we once were spacemen, and we have guests, and that's great. This has been going well, so people have been listening to this and not going. And
yes, and Alan, you're worthy. You're worthy to know. And like I said, I would like people to get to know you a little better. And here's another thing too. I think is part of what makes this thing that we're doing special.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that when I'm watching TV and I see two guys up there on the TV who are getting along and having fun and doing a job that is amazing and has a lot of mystique, I hope in real life they're friends and they're having adventures. More often than not, they are not.
Nathan mentioned this to Melissa O'Neill in episode 9. Once, we were rookies.
But sometimes they are. And this is one of those times when the two guys that were having those adventures that are so full of mystique and adventure and craziness and had production value behind it and this and that, and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes those guys they are actually friends.
Right.
They are actually buddies. And to know that, I think, is satisfying in a small way that makes it interesting enough to say, I could probably hang out with those guys.
We're fulfilling people's hopes for mankind, is what you're saying, and sort of the.
That is not at all what I said.
Okay.
However,
okay. I got too excited about my.
Took it a little. It's pretty. That's way up there. Bring it down a little bit.
Okay.
Alan, is there an activity that instantly calms you?
Humming.
Really?
Dude, this is terrible. I don't think people need to get to know me, man. This is bad. This is true. There are people online. There are people who are pointing out, like, find me in clips and point out that I am certainly ADD, but they try to diagnose me. But this would be, I think, something that this is food for that I hum. It's a self-soothing thing. It's something that people do. I don't do it like that.
Well, hang on. Are you like a monotone, long, drawn-out hum, or do you hum a little tune?
No, it's monotone, long, and drawn out.
Well, there's a school of thought that says those are the vibrations that actually
yes
energize you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
they
a
teach
version
that
of
stuff.
I just do that. But I
now,
do that.
are people around when you're doing that?
The only person who's ever commented on it is my wife. Like, oh.
So you feel comfortable enough to do that in front of her?
Oh, yeah. She knows. She knows I need self-soothing from time to time. My schedule's mad, man. You know what? Anyway, I don't want to complain.
Here's another thing I'm going to throw at you, though. I would recommend against reading those comments.
Oh,
it's really hard not to Google one's self. But if you're going to do it, for the love of God, don't put any credence to it.
Well, what it is, like, I think this is just a bigger thing of I should get off of social media because I don't think it's healthy, and I go on it because it's so much quicker about news.
Yeah.
But we're all learning social media as it goes because it's brand new. It's still not that long. Hasn't been here for that many years. That I'm realizing more and more. It's just a bunch of people speaking with authority about things that a lot of them don't know the facts, and they don't really have that much authority about the thing they're speaking on with authority. And it's like, why am I listening to your opinion on this? I don't know that this is helping the argument or what's going on. I'm usually looking into what's happening in the news or things like that, current events.
First of all, I think people like the idea of having a voice. I think people like the idea of being heard. But for the love of God, don't listen.
Yeah, I think you're right.
By the way, was it Shiny Mouth 3442 saying that you were? You noticed that
that's the one
who comments a lot about you're on the spectrum.
Poster. Yeah,
it's me, buddy.
All those weird pictures of me sleeping. What's that about?
Yeah, that's from my personal collection. I think I asked you this already. What does the internet get wrong about you?
Does the internet get wrong about me?
Yeah, I think we talked about this already.
Maybe the autistic.
Here's the problem with recording these things so far apart. We forget what we talked about, but I know we talked about this. And I think I said to you, the internet says I've been engaged 3 times. It says I dated Felicia Day. We've never dated. What a lovely lady.
No.
I love Felicia. She's great. We've never dated.
They keep saying stuff like that.
That's why. That's how I'm starting the rumors right there. I think she's cool
always
with
been
me saying that, though. But yeah, I've never been engaged, Alan.
Never been engaged.
Never once.
Wow.
What does the internet get wrong about you?
I'm autistic.
Why are you rocking when you're talking about this?
I'm a rocker. I also rock. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I like rocking. It's soothing. But I've been a rocker from way back. When I was a kid, I had asthma, and I would rock to calm myself down. So this isn't helping my case.
When you're talking about humming, this is many years ago. I had some construction guys here at the house. They were working on some rooms here in the house. And one of them, all very lovely, one of them whistled while he worked. And he was clearly, joyful. Mm-hmm. But he whistled, Pop Goes the Weasel. That was he only whistled the one tune, and it was Pop Goes the Weasel. Ugh. So he was working in the back room, and I saw him leave to get something from the truck. I went into the back room, and I slipped into the closet, and he came in, started whistling Pop Goes the Weasel, and at the appropriate time, I jumped out of the closet and said, Pop Goes the Weasel, and he clearly was not expecting that. And then my good buddy Liam, who's my contractor, and it's his guys working at the house. He calls me, and goes, "Hey, we're gonna get that stuff in for the kitchen. It's gonna be great. We got the new lighting, and we're rewiring that whole stuff, and that whole back room's gonna be done by like Friday. Oh, and do me a favor, don't scare my guys." I said, "Hey, Liam, you pick a tune, you got to dance.
Yeah, teach your guy another song.
He was quite literally asking for it.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
that is great. That's hysterical, man.
Okay, sorry. You were just about to say.
I don't think I was. I don't know that I was about to say.
It couldn't have been that important. My grandmother used to say, if I forgot what I was going to say, she'd say, well, it couldn't have been a lie or the devil would have helped you.
Oh, huh. My grandmother said, thank goodness you
Kill that
killed that deer. You're a man now. Today, I can respect you. She was a badass.
What's something that your mom has kind of imparted to you in your life that you feel has kind of brought you success or that has been meaningful to you? Something that has she ever passed on some advice to you saying, hey, Alan, in life as you go forward?
I'm sure she has. I'm sure. I mean, she gave us all kinds. They gave us good values. My mother was the one in my family who said, you should be an actor.
She's the one.
Well, she took me and put me in Plano Community Theater, and I did Fabulous Fable Factory when I was 11 years old at the mall. I didn't do that. She found out about it and asked me if I wanted to do it, and I auditioned and I got in it. And she would take me to these classes. She kept pushing it. She took me to some classes that were about how to become an actor. And at a certain point, like around 14, I balked. I didn't like it. I was like, because I had auditioned for a couple of things professionally in Texas, like commercials. And one was for the Alamo movie that they play out at the Alamo on IMAX or something. And I hated the rejection. It just really hurt. And I was in rooms where all the actors knew each other and nobody knew me. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't want to do this. And she was cool with that. But she was the one in the household that thought I should be an actor. She's the one who got me into it early.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we collectively have her to thank.
Or to blame. But yes, she was the one who's like, this has got to be worth something. He's my little weird kid over here. Put him in movies. The humming one? Yeah, the one rocking over there in the corner. Rubbing clay in his hair. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, boy.
Did he just eat some dirt?
Yeah, no, don't worry. That's the stuff I gave him. It's clean.
Why is he rocking and humming like that?
It's potting soil. It's got actually some minerals that'll clear up his worms.
It's his favorite.
I thank her for that. Absolutely. Your mother's very intelligent, and what did she, piece of advice? I'm sure you've gotten a lot of advice from her.
Number one, first of all, my mother adores you.
Oh, how great. I love your mother.
You know she does. I'll remind you, there was an evening, it was the premiere of Slither.
Yes.
We were all sitting down at a table, and boy, the two of you were like frickin' frack. It was like watching a comedy routine, and I was, at one point, I was like, I had to walk away because I couldn't breathe because you guys were killing me. You guys were killing me. She just adores you. And my mom's clever. She's whip crack smart. And she doesn't always go for the jokes and the funny lines. But with you, you guys were on fire. My mom, when I moved away to New York, when I was, heading off across to another country on my own, I left with like 2 big suitcases and a couple of big boxes. That was me moving to New York. I had some boxes. And in the boxes were some blankets and sheets, so I could make a bed when I got a bed that I didn't have yet, some pots and pans, like stuff I would need to just open up a box and set up a kitchen and start eating.
Basics, yeah.
Some super basics. And so she put together some stuff for me, and I opened up one of those boxes when I got to New York, and there was this little book in it, and I still have. And it was just a little notebook, tiny thing, white with little lined pages in it. But on every page, she wrote a little piece of sage advice.
No way.
Yeah, like when to use whom or who, like one of those kinds of things. And one of them that I once mentioned to her, I've always wanted to learn how to dance the merengue. I think it was something that Steve Martin said in a movie. Everyone should learn how to dance the merengue. And it kind of stuck with me. And I said, I need to learn how to dance. And I did. A friend of mine, a Venezuelan friend of mine, was in my apartment in New York, looking through this and said, I can teach you how to dance the merengue. She did. She was wonderful. One of the sage pieces of advice in that little book was, Be kind to everyone you meet on the way up, because they're the same people you will meet on the way back down. And that has held a place in my heart since then.
Wow. Well, when do you plan to go back down? You've just been going up, buddy.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. But I think all the people I've met on my way up, I think they're out of the business.
Yeah, because that was a while ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah. That's a very cool thing for her to do.
Right? We've talked about success in this business. We've talked about how, so much of it is not up to you, and how much of it is luck, and how much of it is when you get an opportunity, what do you do with that opportunity? And do you blow it? Do you burn the bridge? Or do you nurture a relationship? Someone who will have your back when maybe you're not so much in favor anymore. People who want to work with you again. People who want to work with you again. Can you garner that kind of a reputation? Yeah. And I think that advice of hers has kept me on that path.
Yay, Cookie. I like her. I love her too.
Never forget, your mom took me aside one day and said, "Watch out for my boy. I don't think he's all there."
That's something your mother would say to me. That's so when you think about his mom telling jokes, that was it. There was that one about being illiterate. What was that one? She was so funny.
Oh my God. Okay, here she made a joke about you not being able to read, and then you laughed, and later on you said something else, and I went, "Hey man, that's my mom." And you went, "Oh yeah, sorry, so sorry." Well, wait a minute. No, she said I was illiterate, and my mom said, "Alan, I didn't call you illiterate. I said you couldn't read. I didn't say illiterate because I didn't think you'd understand." Sick burn, Mom.
Yeah, it was a sick burn. That was a fun night.
It was a great night.
Yeah.
Do you remember I told you about the disability I have, that if my pants have more than one snap, I'll forget to do up the zipper?
Yes.
Okay. Then that's my nightmare, is because typically you're dressing up when you have the pants with more than the one snap at the top. If you got a hook and a loop and something and a button on the inside, then the snap, that my nightmares, I'll forget that zipper. I was on the red carpet that night that we are talking about for the premiere, and my fly was down. And one of the photographers there, who are all, look over here, look over here, look over here. She was like, Nathan, and kind of frantically waving me over. And I was like, this is atypical. Something's wrong. She said, "Your fly is down." I said, "Thank you so much. Oh my God." And I turned and I zipped it up. And I was like, oh my gosh, that lady just saved me from a tremendous amount of embarrassment. That was super classy. That was amazing. The next time I showed up at a red carpet, I'm up there, I'm getting my photo taken, and a woman from the side over there, the photographer, goes, "Hey, Nathan, it's me." And it's the same lady. I went, "Oh yeah, hi." She goes, "I'm the one who told you your fly was down." I was like, "Geez."
Thank you.
Maybe don't scream it.
Thank you so much.
So there's some pictures of me on that red carpet going, "Oh God, Jesus." Alan, another wonderful chat, my friend. Always such a pleasure to have these moments to sit down with you. And so often we do them when we're apart, when we're not anywhere close to each other. Sometimes you're in another country and whatnot. But today, you're right down the hall. You're at the back of my house.
Yeah.
You forgot your microphone.
Yeah, I left my microphone in one of the other places.
And I had a microphone and an extra thing. So you're in the back of my house right now in what used to be my studio, what is now storage.
I was going to get you to teach me how to do this for when I go to New York, but you've abandoned it. So maybe
that's not true. That's not true. Listen, it's temporary. What you're looking around is temporary. I will teach you. I will show you what to do. It's going to be fantastic. Okay. You're going to have a little studio in your. I'm really excited about your New York place, man.
Yeah, man. It's
the move.
Gonna be tight. Yeah, I'm going to have a studio. I'm going to have a proper audition thing.
Yeah, I saw the photos of that place. I picked out the room that I'm going to use. So, it's going to be great.
Oh, just have your assistant email me which one.
Don't even worry about it. I've already shipped some furniture.
Oh my God, thank you for listening. You just bless your heart. You know what? If you haven't yet, why don't you head on over to our Patreon? You're going to get some bonus content. That's extra content. They're longer episodes. There's more there. You know what's better than less? More. You also get a chance to get your hands on some incredible crap. The kinds you don't need to wash off after you're done. And if you love the show, please leave us a review and tell your friends. Once We Were Spacemen is a Collision 33 production. The hell that is. The show's produced by Michelle Chapman, Siobhan Holman, oh yeah, and Josh Levy. I wear them jeans. He is of Collision 33. It's all starting to make sense. It's edited and mixed and produced by Resonant Recordings with special thanks to Courtney Blomquist and Adam Townsell. Our theme music's done by Carlos Sosa. The Grooveline Horns guy? Yeah, and Joshua Moore. Artwork is done by Louis Jensen. Until next time, I swear to God, I love you. Stop it, boy.